possibly. Good evening, everybody. I did not put the music on, so while I'm doing that, we're just going to go ahead and go. It's been a long week.
Yeah, I was going to say, no top of the hour news?
Top of the hour. Wait. It is 8:01 Pacific Standard Time. Do you know where your cryptids are?
Vacation.
Top of the hour, we were getting ready to get into taping our documentaries, and the more we go along, the more documentaries we have possibly to film, and we're going to be busy. If you tune into our YouTube channel, you'll normally find all of our investigation videos. We have those up until June. And then we may or may not continue with the investigation videos. They may be turned into documentaries depending on the locations that we get and the time we get inside, as well as the evidence that we're able to get. We got what? Coming up, we've got Squatch Fest this coming weekend. I will not be able to go. We got to take the car in. So I will have to miss this year.
Yeah, I'll miss.
We'll get it next year.
Yeah.
There's other Squatch festivals we can go hit. We got March coming up, Oregon Ghost Conference. Apparently the word on the street is they will be showing, because the Oregon Ghost Conference loves to show a movie every Friday night, a documentary, biop on somebody. Well, apparently... Silent Negan also has to work this weekend for Squatch Fest. That's all right. We'll get another one. I mean, we are kind of Squatch festivals anyway when we go out. So
right.
What are we going to learn that we ain't going to learn with our boots on the ground? Anyway, so the Oregon Ghost Conference, they are in talks to be showing The Spirit of Halloween Town.
Yeah, I saw those messages back and forth from Kristen to us, or more you, because
you were in the movie. You were there, I think.
I have to rewatch it anyway. So what the hell?
Yeah, well, I think you should be part of the after the movie investigation, which we're not leading, but
special investigators. Is that what you put it?
That's what guest investigators for the night.
Guest investigators. That's right.
Yeah, that's all right. The people that are going to be running the Times Theater investigation are good people. So
yeah, but
I think good hands.
I thought that'd be the night we'd be out with Ghostoria in their investigation.
Well, let's see what time their investigation is, and see maybe they'll figure something out so we can. But I know March 14th, it's the big day. We start filming one of our 16 shows.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Why not? Why not throw more stuff on our plate than we can handle, and we'll get there when we get there.
All right. Now never mind. I just lost all train of thought. I know we both kind of sick for about half a week to a week or whatever. And we're just kind of, I don't know about you, but I'm almost over it. But brain is still messed up.
Yeah, the dizziness seems to be passing me by, so I'll be able to. I don't go back to work until Tuesday night, so
Oh,
see how badly they're going to yell at me there. So
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here and you're feeling better.
well, if we weren't, it would probably be Silent Negan would be taking up the guest role. He's always welcome to come on board and laugh and joke, and he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, so.
No, that'll be a boring show. Just kidding there, Silent.
Well, he'd probably talk more than Doc's dog would to me.
Yeah. Dog is currently downstairs, crashed out on the couch. So
Oh, so you can actually get something done for a while.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
I'll try to wear out, throw the ball around. Anyway, so we're on What Me Boring, says Silent Negan in the chat.
Joking, man, joking.
You're joking. So we are on Route 66, Part 4. We are joking around that it's Part 4 of 16 parts. I guess you could say we're changing things up a little bit. We're not doing a month, which is fine. Because I know Tammy was messaging us earlier saying, hey guys, I've got 3 or 4 more parts of this. And we're just like, yeah, go for it. Doesn't have to be a month.
Yeah, there's a lot of information.
That's fine. You just hit it with whatever you want to hit it with. And we have given you freedom, creative freedom to go. We can bust out of the month stuff, and if a topic runs a little bit longer because it's a good topic, which this by the way was all Tammy's idea.
Absolutely.
So we're letting her run with this one, and because I mean, even after this one, she's got another great topic picked out, and if that runs 8 topics, that's fine. You're doing a bang up job, and honestly, better than I ever could come up with topics.
Well, thank you.
Well, I mean, my topics were alien invasion, alien abductions, Men in Black month. I mean, you've got a good theme going on here, and the next theme is really good too. So it's like, yeah, you just go for it.
Awesome.
You take the lead, you take the reins, you run. James and I will sit back and interject with some smart-ass comments from time to time.
I like the smart ass comments that you guys come up with.
Yeah, we're the comedy relief.
Well, first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all the new people that's been subscribing and following. I talked to so many people who's interested in watching us, and it's great.
Yeah, you've been busy.
I talk about this all the time. Tell everybody about you guys.
Not like she doesn't have anything else to do, right?
Oh yeah, I have such a boring life.
Okay then. All right. So where are we at? Where do we leave off?
Okay, well, we left off staying in St. James, and we had so much fun at the hotel with the bullet holes in the ceiling. And
Oh yes.
42, we counted. There were 42 holes in the ceiling.
So we spent the week counting the bullet holes. Now it's time to hop back on the bus, and we're going to head off to Santa Rosa, New Mexico.
Sweet.
Okay, is Silent Negan ready to drive?
Yo, Silent, you ready to go, buddy? We got the tour guy. We need the driver.
Okay. So we are... Okay, so we're heading off to... Oh, yep, he's ready.
All right.
So Santa Rosa, New Mexico offers a few reportedly haunted spots, primarily centered around the historic Route 66 and the old buildings, with the Hertzstein Museum noted for unexplained noises, The nearby Santa Rosa Rural Cemetery has paranormal activity, and nearby ghost towns like Cuervo has creepy vibes and history. And then there's also whispers of spirits at places like the Pecos Theater. But we're going to start at the museum. So the Herstein Museum is a popular spot for ghost hunters. The museum has reported rattling stairs and objects being knocked down by unseen forces. Visitors and volunteers claim paranormal encounters with some ghosts reportedly identified within the historic grounds. And I couldn't find a lot of information about the museum. So it's a quick trip in Santa Rosa. But one of the things that was cool about the city is it's actually the scuba diving capital of the Southwest in New Mexico. They have the Blue Hole, which is an 81-foot deep natural artesian spring that stays around 62 degrees, and it allows for year-round scuba diving. Now, I would have never associated scuba diving and New Mexico being a real thing.
Right?
But I thought that was kind of interesting. So that's kind of why we stopped in Santa Rosa. So, but not really finding any haunted locations. We're going to climb on the bus and head for the next town. Sorry, it was a short stop.
It was a bathroom break.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, bathroom break, yeah.
So now we're going to go to Tucumcari, New Mexico, which is known for its Route 66 history and neon signs. It does have its share of local ghost stories. Often centered around historic buildings like old hotels and motels where paranormal activity like shadows, cold spots, and unexplained noises are reported. Some local businesses even offer haunted tours to explore the tales of the bygone eras. While not as famous as other New Mexico spots, its rich past lends itself to spectral legends, making it a quirky destination for ghost enthusiasts. So, there's a hotel called the Blue Swallow Motel, and it's located in Tucumcari, and on the section of the historic Route 66. It's a 12-unit L-shaped motel, and it's the longest existing motel in the United States. And it was initially erected to house outlaws in the mid-1900s with just 10 rooms and a stylish cafe. There was a lot of outlaws that stayed at these places. But this portion of Route 66 was featured in the Pixar movie Cars, and the filming crew actually stayed at the Blue Swallow. The location has been become somewhat iconic of a landmark, and but the motel is believed to be haunted by multiple restless spirits. In the 1960s, the site was sold to Lillian and Floyd Redmond, who added the now infamous vibrant neon motel sign out front, and the hotel has the original hardwood flooring. The couple were known for their unparalleled customer care and often offered rooms free to charge for those that were struggling, carrying many people through the post-war era. Today, ghosts report a whole range of paranormal phenomena. Lillian was known for rising up early in the mornings to wake guests with a gentle knock on their room doors. So today, she still knocks on the doors to wake them up. And could the spirit of Lillian still be lovingly watching over her guests today? Others have described hearing audible, unexplained male voices arguing, fighting, and phantom gunshots and loud banging. Are we hearing the residual commotions of the past outlaws who took shelter here? Unexplained light anomalies are continually captured on photographs, and more alarmingly, sightings of full spectrum apparitions can be seen walking through the solid walls and doors. Staff have reported furniture found mysteriously rearranged and paranormal investigators have recorded exceedingly high EMF electromagnetic field levels at this timeless location. So if you ever hear unexplained knocking at your door, you may want to think twice before you open it. However, if you're comfortable with the paranormal, welcome to the Blue Swallow Motel.
The name just sounds so wrong in general. What?
Okay, so just down the road, we're gonna come to our next spot. It's a 4-way crossroads called Klein's Corners, and it's actually where Route 66 goes across, and then you have the north-south highway. And so while Klein's Corners, New Mexico is a famous Route 66 stop known for its gift shop and gas, it isn't widely known for specific documented hauntings like traditional ghost towns. However, some visitors mention feeling uneasy or experiencing creepy vibes, often related to its isolated, old-school Route 66 atmosphere and being busy at night. Though these aren't confirmed paranormal tales, but rather general spooky feelings associated with old highway stops. Its location on the plains can feel deserted and eerie, especially at night, leading some visitors to report strange feelings or sightings. A long-standing fixture on Route 66, it's seen decades of travelers, stories, and potential tragedies, a rich ground for spectral tales. There are many abandoned ghost towns through the desolate part of Route 66. Excuse me. So we filled up our gas tank on the tour bus, we grabbed some lunch, and now we're going to continue on our journey to the town of Moriarty. So let's see what we can find to check out there. Moriarty is a favorite stop for thousands of people as they travel the historic Route 66 through New Mexico, America's land of enchantment. Because of its convenient central location, Moriarty is truly the crossroads of opportunities, particularly the opportunity to experience a vast array of history and entertainment. The city of Moriarty is a friendly little community situated on the route. Its inhabitants enjoy the high desert climate of the beautiful Estancia Valley, located in the heart of New Mexico. Surrounded by the majestic Rocky Mountains that turn a rich lapis at twilight, Moriarty sunsets are an artist's dream. Roadrunners and rattlesnakes thrive side by side with tough, determined, caring people. The city of Moriarty was named for the first permanent family to settle in the community. Michael Timothy Moriarty, his wife, and their 3 children arrived in what is now named after them, and they arrived in the town in the fall of 1887. Okay, so someone just said hi.
The Sassy Artist Studio 3439.
And they arrived in the fall of 1887 and homesteaded their land. Mr. Moriarty had moved his family from their home farm in Iowa to avoid the cold winters, which had aggravated his rheumatism. Oh, so Sassy Art Studio is one of my besties, Melissa.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. And it will be a show.
Okay, so the first family home was located about 1.25 miles west of present-day town. There were no railroads, no towns, and very few settlers in the valley. The area was suited for cattle grazing, and Michael Moriarty became one of the many ranchers in central New Mexico. While Moriarty isn't known for specific haunted landmarks like Santa Fe or Old Town Albuquerque, its surrounding areas in general New Mexico lore feature classic hauntings, including ghost miners, mysterious figures, and railroad spirits tied to the region's mining and railway history.
Good, because I was gonna say, don't say another woman in white.
We don't have the poster board up.
No,
Yeah,
I
we're
got
gonna
yes,
do that.
no, ready
Oh.
to
Awesome.
go.
Okay. And Sherlock Holmes' number one nemesis. Okay, so local author Antonio Garces documented many of the regional tales before his passing. True stories often involved unexplained lights, sounds, and feelings in old buildings or remote areas, reflecting New Mexico's rich, often tragic history. The Estancia Valley near Moriarty was crossed by the New Mexico Central Railroad, and ghost stories often involve phantom trains or spectral railroad workers, common in New Mexico's rail history. Nearby former mining towns like Magdalena or the general region are ripe with tales of miners lost in accidents, their spirits lingering, sometimes seen as flickering lights, or you can hear ghostly pickaxes. So, Antonio, who lived there, collected numerous personal accounts of the ghostly encounters with loved ones across northern New Mexico, suggesting many residents have witnessed the unexplained. So now it's going to get really good, because now we're going to leave Moriarty and we're going to head further west, and we are going to go to Albuquerque,
All right.
which is the home of many ghosts.
Many.
Yeah. Albuquerque's most haunted locations lay nestled deep within the mysterious Chickahominy Desert. And the houses of Albuquerque were created out of old brick adobes. Though most no longer stand, the ones that do tell a story of a vice-filled desert town finding its footing in a changing world. The spirits of Native Americans, Spaniards, and the Anglos who settled in Albuquerque over the centuries mix here in ethereal torment, forever trapped in their final resting places. The days of the Old West were wild and tumultuous. Can't talk tonight. Brothels and saloons, not brothers. Brothels and saloons once dotted the land.
Wow.
Violent means meant violent ends.
Well, you never know. There might have been a bunch of brothers that dotted the land,
And they went to the brothels.
and they went to the brothels.
Okay, so they have left
I'm
behind.
trying. It's been a week.
So they've left behind a spiritual residue that attracts thousands every year. The spirits of property owners who refuse to move on from their precious adobes remain after generations of ownership. Their beloved homes have become the infamous haunted restaurants and hotels that dot the landscape.
And she's lost her space.
No, they just had to move down. The land of So I have you guys on one side and my story on the other side. And
Yeah. We know the routine.
oh, well, you can ask Melissa. Usually I have two big monitors, and so I've got it all put onto one. The Land of Enchantment lives up to its name, a place full of folklore and myths to explore. Our first stop is the Casa Ruiz, now known as the Church Street Cafe, built in 1709. The same family lived in the house for almost 300 years. Sarah Ruiz was the mother of Juliana, the last resident of the house. It is said that Sarah is the resident ghost. She's known to throw silverware, slam doors, and hide keys. She's also known to follow you home if you do not tell her good night.
Interesting. Do any of these hauntings, are these natural deaths, or did they die of some?
Well, some of these are natural. There is some that aren't quite so natural that we're going to come across.
Oh, Okay. Kind
It
of.
gets.
This
We
one
might not hit it all tonight, but there's some murders and all kinds of other stuff happen.
That's where the good stuff is.
No, we got to get there though. So the Church Street Cafe is brimming with an enigmatic legacy of the past. Amidst its charming atmosphere, whispers of lingering spirits echo through the walls, drawing in visitors seeking both savory dishes and spine-chilling encounters. Throughout the years, the Church Street Cafe has become a hub for social gatherings and clandestine meetings. Its walls housing secrets that have yet to be fully unveiled. Visitors and staff have reported inexplicable occurrences, from unexplained footsteps to fleeting apparitions, leaving all who encounter uneasy.
Yeah, Mia has made her appearance.
Yes, Mia has found her way upstairs.
So guests and staff have reported eerie occurrences such as the silverware mysteriously moving, doors slamming shut without apparent cause, and keys vanishing without a trace. But the ghostly encounters don't end there. It is said that Sarah's spectral presence can extend beyond the Church Street Cafe. So those who neglect to bid her goodnight may find her ethereal spirit playfully following them home, reminding them of her presence long after leaving the restaurant.
And we've lost Doc.
So now we're off to church. We're going to the San Felipe de Neri Catholic Church in Albuquerque's Old Town. It's widely considered haunted, with stories of ghostly figures, unexplained noises, and apparitions, especially around its historic graveyard and courtyard.
Oh,
Making
now
it-
why do I know that there's going to be a woman in white here? There's
We'll
got to
have
be a
to
woman
see.
in white here.
It's a popular spot on ghost hunting tours due to its deep historical roots and paranormal legends. Established in 1706, it's the city's oldest building, with a history filled with life, death, and dramatic events, including being a refuge during conflicts, leading to its cemetery becoming a resting place for many souls. Visitors and staff report seeing phantom figures, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling strange presences, particularly in the church and the plaza around it. Tales include sightings of children playing, spectral figures near the old graveyard, which the graveyard was built in 1793, and the atmosphere. Huh?
When was the church built again?
The church was in 1706, and
Yeah,
the
graveyard.
old
17.
graveyard was 1793.
Wow. Okay.
Although that seems a long time.
Yeah,
different.
that's what I was thinking.
It says the general atmosphere of lingering spirits and centuries of history are at the graveyard, and it was established next to the church as with tradition. But by 1869, it was full, and identified remains were moved to the Santa Barbara Cemetery. But many of the wooden markers, the original ones, had faded with time, leaving dozens of bodies unidentified. So those remains were reburied into a mass grave.
Oh, geez.
And so, like many places in Old Town, the site may sit atop displaced graves. Paranormal investigators sometimes refer to this as graveyard displacement energy. The lingering restlessness of souls moved from their original burial grounds, especially without proper rites.
Right. I was just gonna say, how messed up is that? You know, you're resting in peace, and then all of a sudden, since you have no marker, you're just gonna be dug up and buried in a mass grave. I mean, how messed up is that?
And
Pretty messed up.
some of the
Cold
graves were never
outside.
moved.
Yeah, right. It is cold.
It's very cold outside.
So some of the graves were never moved, and it led to a kind of spectral unrest. So paranormal photos taken in the adjacent parking lot have reportedly captured orbs, shadows, and even ghostly voices.
Did Did they say that they got all the graves out of there?
No.
They didn't get them all. So there could still be unmarked graves there.
Yeah. So some of the visitors said that they've heard someone whisper, "Help me find my way home."
Oh, no.
And then there were the gatekeepers, protective spirits said to linger near the old cemetery entrance.
Yeah.
When stirred, they may attach themselves to children as if trying to make their presence known. Many locals still don't let their kids hang out around Old Town after dark. So in essence, San Felipe de Neri Church is a prime example of a historic site where legends and paranormal claims have become part of its enduring charm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all good for that one.
Yeah. So now we're going to the old Armijo Hacienda, which is another haunted relic from the early days of Spanish Albuquerque. It is now the Old Town Cafe, formerly La Placita Dining Rooms, and it's haunted by not one, but 4 spirits. The original Armijo Hacienda was a fort used to defend the city against Native American attacks. In 1788, the Armijo family moved into the already ancient adobe building. They would occupy it until 1930, and today there's still a strange connection to it. Ambrosio Armijo inherited the property from his father in 1830. The building was again used as a fort during the Civil War and remodeled shortly after. In 1880, the current building was constructed. The building was in shambles by 1930, and Ambrosio was long gone. He died in 1882. But luckily, it was restored and turned into La Placita dining rooms. They functioned until 2021, and in 2022, the Old Town Cafe opened. So oddly enough, a direct descendant of that family works at the Old Town Cafe today. But that's not the strangest thing happening. 4 spirits, very possibly more, linger around the ancient adobe building. They startle guests in the bathroom mirrors. They form apparitions by the stairs, and the old cottonwood tree that runs through the center of the building. There is an old cottonwood tree that runs through the center of the building into the roof. The waitstaff is often messed with by a spirit named George. He has managed to mimic the sound of the manager's voice, which sends waitstaff running at any moment. Most peculiar is that 2 of them, a young girl named Elizabeth and Maria Victoriana Armijo Pereira, nearly always appear together. Maria was Ambrosia's daughter from his first marriage that said she was believed to have died in childbirth. Elizabeth's origins are unknown, but there's a strong speculation that she's connected to the family. One night, a security guard on patrol saw a strange woman on the staircase late at night. She was holding a baby and disappeared out of his view. Something was off about her, and he was so startled about it that the next day he asked about any tenants. The manager told him there's no rooms being rented out in the building. And so that security guard stays clear of that cafe. He's done. So forts such as the original Armijo Hacienda were not uncommon in the days of the Old West. Albuquerque has its fair share. Some even saw action in the Civil War. While the West was not a major battlefront in the American Civil War, it still had held its divisions closely. The Old Town Plaza, built in 1793, is the second oldest plaza in Albuquerque. During the Civil War, it surprisingly hoisted the Confederate flag high above the streets of Duke City. However, this Southern victory did not last long, and fallen rebel soldiers now haunt the old plaza. Their apparitions are seen by startled Albuquerqueans and are as common as finding New Mexico's infamous green chilies around town. New Mexico was just a territory when the Civil War began and joined the Confederacy after the Mesilla Secession Convention of 1861. Union troops were sent in to liberate the area in 1862, and after a relatively bloodless battle in Albuquerque, the city was wrenched out of the Confederates' hands, who had occupied it for only a few short days. The sick and wounded were left behind as the rebels prepared for the final battle in New Mexico at Peralta. Legends say that they're buried underneath the Old Town Plaza. Well, that's sad. Although this has recently been debunked, along with the removal of the Confederate monument in 2015, it does not explain the numerous ghost sightings seen around the plaza. Today, many have seen Confederate soldiers meandering around Albuquerque's Old Town Plaza. Some are even on horseback, holding up traffic in the middle of the night. One city employee quarreled with one of these slowpokes, and as he left the street sweeper to confront the man, he realized the man and the horse had disappeared. Startled, the man quickly went back to work cleaning the street. Another man assumed, and rightfully so, that one of these spirits was a reenactor. The man, who was also a reenactor, chased after the stranger. The specter was gone the second he turned the corner to say hello. Great steaks, but even better spirits. It's hard not to be intrigued with a motto like this. We're now at the High Noon Saloon, or restaurant and saloon, that has served margaritas and authentic New Mexican fare since 1974. But a side of spiritual activity often comes complimentary with your meal. This building, built between 1750 and 1785 in true Old West fashion, operated as a brothel and gambling parlor.
Yes, James is taking his turn to go to the back of the bus for a much-needed snack break.
Well, we're going to have to wait because his favorite color of dress is coming out. So I guess we'll just all stop and have steak for a moment.
I'm sure on the video you can all see on this side of my screen I have a dog.
Show your doggy. She's so cute. So that's Mia. She's adorable.
Yeah, when she's not being just needy.
Well, Silent Negan's going to cut the steaks.
Well, he is a butcher by trade, which means nobody pisses him off. He knows how to use a knife.
So we've been enjoying steak dinner with Negan cutting up the steaks and stuff for us. So you could get back. Because, okay, so the building operated as a brothel and gambling parlor. Once the home of one of the earliest Spanish families in Albuquerque, it changed hands many times through the decades. Like so many other locations in the city, a fierce past has now made it one of Albuquerque's most famous haunted houses. Okay, here we go. In the Santos room, one of High Noon's various themed rooms, an elusive lady in white floats across the room.
Damn it. Really? There's one.
She's forever searching for peace. Her apparition is often accompanied by glasses sliding across the bar and the smell of fresh flowers. Yeah, we had to have dinner while you were gone so we could make sure that you heard about the lady in white.
Sorry. Needed to step away.
Other unnamed presences have been felt or heard in the old saloon. Employees can pick out their names being called from empty rooms, while the smell of burning wood wafts through the empty fireplaces. Glasses fly across the bar top as these impatient spirits demand another drink. One guest felt these phantoms staring at him. The sounds of spurs then echoed across the floorboards. He felt as if the spirit leaned in directly in front of him. His only respite came when he heard the spurs start heading back the other direction. Saloons and brothels were about the only thing keeping most cowboys and outlaws from shooting their heads off in the days of the Wild West, although many still did. Albuquerque sported a bustling red light district in the 1880s. Statehood was far off and wouldn't occur till 1912, when the city was a hot spot of sin and violence. The Covered Wagon, now a popular souvenir shop, holds one of the most telling stories from Albuquerque's sordid past. Built in 1880 by Manuel Springer, the Covered Wagon used to be known as the Mint and was a popular brothel. Old Town used to be the center of this lucrative industry, and the Mint was its headquarters. The business continued well into the days of Prohibition, as this type of business became even more dangerous. The oversaturated business of sex work can become surprisingly competitive, and things get bloody when the stakes are high. So one evening at the Mint, two women were fighting over the wallet of a wealthy gentleman. At the end of it all, a woman named Scarlett Torres was stabbed to death on the stairs of the building by her imposing rival. Her murder was never fully investigated, and her presence has been felt ever since at the Covered Wagon. Well, here's one for you, James. She often appears fully nude to lucky viewers and has been known to lure unsuspecting men into her spectral bosom. So we have now the lady with no clothes.
No. We
So
don't
it's
need
not a
none of
lady.
that.
It's not a lady in white, red, black, green, yellow, orange. It's just a lady nothing.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
But then two men heard the beautiful voice of Scarlett one evening. They saw her purple dress flapping quietly around a corner, followed by the smell of her sweet perfume. After following her through nearby alleys, they finally entered the Covered Wagon. She unlocked the door after hours for a special favor, just for them. The two men found themselves in front of an apparition of her rotting corpse, bleeding out right there on the floor. The two took off, too scared and too stunned to process what had just happened. Man, she just sounds vindictive.
Mm-hmm.
The voice of Scarlett has also been detected over devices such as DVD players and radios. Her apparition has been seen in the back alley behind the building, always wearing a purple dress and smoking a cigarette. So much for a cute souvenir shop. So Albuquerque slowly moved away from the days of the dangerous Wild West and into modern days at the turn of the 20th century. With statehood came a large new population of Americans from all across the United States. The Bodiger Mansion, now a quaint bed and breakfast, spearheaded this change. It was and is still known as the pride of Old Town, but it could not escape the city's tendency to collect spirits and is now haunted by many spirits, including the original owner, Charles Bodiger. It is still the only lodging accommodation in Old Town and once set along the historic Route 66. The Bodiger family moved from New York to Duke City in 1893. In 1900, his father, Louis, purchased what was once a massive 40-room Spanish governor's mansion. That's a big place. In 1912, after some family disputes over who would control the property, Charles knocked down the old adobe and built his monumental mansion. He was wealthy by this time and still had to take out a loan to finish the project. He died on December 14th, 1914, leaving a massive debt to his wife, Michaela. Michaela began renting the rooms out in the large house, starting the home's career as a boarding house. One of the earliest guests was criminal Machine Gun Kelly.
Ooh.
Yeah, and later, celebrities such as Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra stayed there.
Wow. Celebrity Central.
Yeah. So the most well-known guests, however, are the spirits of the home.
Of course.
Yeah. The most famous spirit is Charles Bodiger. He can be heard at 3:45 a.m., the time of his death, nearly every night, whispering and wondering how he is going to pay for his massive home. A woman is often heard sighing late at night while the halls are empty. Michaela stresses over the financial burden her husband left her with, even in the afterlife. One amorous phantom enjoys sitting at the bedside of young women who visit and is believed to be a remnant from the Spanish territorial days. The odd sounds of children gurgling and squealing echo through the hallways at night. The bodyguards
Did we have ghost children on the tick board too?
We can. Ghost children.
Ghost children.
This is like the third ghost children tonight.
All right.
But they had an infant die at a very young age, and its grave is not too far from the house. While it has never been proven, many believe the sounds are this young child's spirit. So Route 66 made its way through Albuquerque as the city entered the modern days, cutting its way right through the center of the city. It was first commissioned in 1926 and connected the eastern U.S. to the more remote western states. So today, Central Avenue is lit up by the neon signs of the old interstate highway. I-40 has taken up the space it once held, but it brought many visitors to the city.
Silent Negan wants to know if it was tossed out a window.
I don't think so this time. But man, Chicago was bad for that.
All right, so the next topic that we have after this, we'll start the tick board from the first night, and maybe we should have people write in or comment on what topics they would like to see on the tick board.
That would be cool.
Women in white, tossed out of windows, phantom children.
So if you haven't heard the other episodes
How
yet,
many times Mia interrupts?
yeah, definitely go back and start with Route 66 Part 1, and you will see what we're talking about.
God, if I went back to the very beginning, I'd be running out of paper about second episode in.
Yeah. Well, Melissa can bring Post-it notes.
Now, hey, we have plenty here, so I'm all set.
Okay. So the only time I've been on Route 66 was actually in Albuquerque. I was there about 30 years ago. And that was pretty cool. Yeah, Melissa says always. We have a joke about Post-it notes at work.
Why does that not surprise me?
Okay, so it brought the I-40 brought in a lot of new visitors to the city. With new visitors meant new accommodations for the once remote desert town. Hotel Park Central once served as a hospital and psychiatric ward during the booming days of Route 66. It sits right off the popular entertainment district the street has now become. The Santa Fe Hospital opened in 1926, the same year the route began, and was used to treat sick railroad employees. It changed its name several times, finally becoming the Memorial Hospital in the 1980s and cementing its place in Albuquerque ghost lore. The patients of Memorial explained various phantom encounters while receiving treatment there. The most common was a woman in the right wing of the top floor watching people from the hallway and pulling off bed sheets in the middle of the night. Whatever occurred here in the 1920s continues to haunt the building today, stoking much interest from the paranormal community. The most well-known paranormal investigation of the building happened in 2011, a year after the hotel opened. The Los Muertos spirit seekers entered the hotel late one night, successfully communicating with these tormented spirits via the flashlight method. So what's the flashlight method?
The flashlight method is you take like a mag light and you take the very tip of it and you unscrew it till it's almost ready to fall off.
Yeah.
And then the whole theory to it is, as long as it's barely on there, if you ask a spirit to light it up, as in a yes or a no question, it'll flash. Now, I've seen it done on some of our ghost conference investigations where we've had a little mag light and you unscrew it to it's barely there, and then you just start asking questions. And I've seen the light turn on a yes, or double flash for a no, or I can't exactly explain what's going on with it. But, I mean, it does seem to have some positive reactions.
Yeah,
Cool.
some I don't use it, that method, but because I've heard so many different, things against it, that the seal on it, the contrast and the weather, depending, so I choose not to use that method, but.
Yeah, we never actually used it on any of our investigations. It's always somebody else bringing one in and setting up. I mean, it's kind of impressive if it's working. I'll say that much. It's one that I really can't get 100% behind and go, oh yeah, this is spirit communication.
Right.
Oh, cool. Thanks for explaining that, because I had never heard of it before.
Yeah, just another tool in the bag that a lot of people use.
Okay. So, who haunts Hotel Park Central?
A
The
woman in
souls-
white.
No.
I know Salem Negan in the chat was she wearing white. That was probably for a different spirit. But hey, we're just going to throw it into this one.
So it says the souls of people laid to rest here during the long years that it served as a hospital, most specifically a woman on the top floor of the building who watches guests from the hallway. While Route 66 took travelers through the interior of the city, the beautiful mountains and plateaus outside of it called out to many of these desert explorers. What many of them found continues to be unexplainable to this day. Should we stop for the night before we get to the next?
Yeah, we could probably stop.
Yeah.
We're almost an hour.
Pull that bus over silent.
We're going to spend the week in the haunted hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Is the woman on the top floor wearing white? Is she jumping out the window? All these questions will be answered next time.
On.
when she uncovers everybody's she takes the blankets and steals them from everybody. Yeah, because we're gonna next is Haunted Hill, and it goes on for a while, and it has some real interesting stuff. So we'll stay at this hospital tonight or this week. And it's definitely we've only gotten to Albuquerque, so we still have more time in Albuquerque, and then we still have to get all the way to California. So we're looking at 2 or 3 more episodes.
Right on.
That is okay. That is fine. As we said at the top of the hour, the month-long topics probably going away, but these are good things. So yeah, this is part 4, season 5, episode 12. Of course, episode 19, you've got a great idea for.
I'm excited about that one.
Which would be episode 99 of Unleashed. And then episode 20 of season 5 will be our 100th. And we are probably going to do something special on that one. I don't know. Maybe we'll maybe we'll watch some of our old videos and discuss.
That would be fun.
Or yeah, I mean, I can do some screen share off the laptop, and yeah, we'll watch some old YouTube videos and comment on things.
Right.
Probably won't do the Spirit of Halloween Town just because of the fact that
yeah,
if they're going to allow us to show it at the Oregon Ghost Conference, we don't want to put that in jeopardy and piss people off. Because
yeah.
Silent Negan, if you were here at the top of the hour, Sheep Squatch is on vacation. I had to give him a break. I had to let him go see his family. I let him off his leash.
Lucky.
He said lucky.
Now,
No, pet the puppy neither.
I've got some pretty exciting things in the works for next season.
for season
Uh-oh.
6,
Yep.
you run with it.
And I've got we will have some guests. And my friend Betty, who's the karaoke disc jockey out at one of the bars in town. The bar is haunted. I got to hear all about it and take a tour the other night. So I went to do some interviews and learn more about it. So, and we may get some equipment and go play in there one night.
Very cool.
Very cool.
So, yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. But I'm really excited about, when this series is done, the next little series that we're doing, and then episode 99 should be pretty fun, taking us into that 100th.
Yeah, and I think the 100th episode, that might be a 2-hour show.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make it a 2-hour show.
All right, fine. We're making it a 2-hour show.
Yay.
We'll watch a bunch of our old investigations and cases and stuff, and then we can discuss them and just kind of do a reminisce.
Yeah, like a mystery theater kind of thing.
Yeah, just be us on one side of the screen, and the other side would be showing a video. And I know Paranormal Parkour has been with us a few times, and they've got some good videos and good material that we've never been able to show, and I'll talk to them, see if they would be okay with us showing some of their stuff that we worked with them on our channel. So,
Well, that episode, I will just sit back and relax and let you guys have the show back for a night.
I mean, we got to actually do some work.
Damn it. Let's
I'll
start doing
stick
it.
around if you need me. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, we've got a lot of for everybody at home, since we're wrapping up here, a lot of big things. I know War Room will be returning. Don't know when. We're still working on how we want to go about doing this and continue on. So until that point, War Room will still be a little MIA while we work on it. Maybe we can talk Silent Negan into being the third on War Room. That way we keep that 3-man system going on.
Yeah,
You can even bring a puppy.
Yeah, Silent Negan might have to appear on episode 100. You might actually have to do it. And then after 100, the following weekend is the Oregon Ghost Conference. We're going to be taking that weekend off from War Room and Unleashed. And then we will start season 6 probably beginning of April.
Cool. I'm hoping to go to the Ghost Conference.
It should be fun. I know we were already talking about it at the beginning of the hour that they might be showing the movie. I don't care. James is going to the premiere of that movie with us. 'Cause he's in the movie.
What, like a second?
I don't care. You were there. You're.
You know, I was so hyped, with all the footage and stuff they took, and then when I actually watched that movie, I was so damn disappointed. I'm like, yeah, forget it. I don't care anymore.
Well, we didn't have a sob story, man. I mean, we didn't. Each main character, I guess you'd call them, that the movie focused on, had a bit of a sad story to him. You had the cheerleader, and her and thing with her dad. You had the Queen of Halloween Town, the old Queen of Halloween Town had her little bit.
Yeah.
The Klondike owner had his little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not on it.
If they ever want to do a thing with us again, I think we need to have a bit where we can,
pull that other foot off the cutting room floor, bring it back.
If they ever decide to do a sequel, but I know that we've got our own that we're working on, which these movies, Blue Gate Bigfoot, Beast of Blue Gate, Coastal Battery Bigfoot, and Ghost of the Forgotten, I will be in those movies. Very minimal. Your 2 primary stars are going to be the King James and Silent Negan, because I'm going to be videotaping everything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I am putting you guys first and foremost. I'm going to be videotaping.
I can always come up and videotape so you can be in it.
That's all right.
All right, we'll discuss this.
We'll discuss it. I'll be in it a little bit, but I'm not going to be heavy in it like I was our documentary. But, like Silent Negan says, welcome to show business. Yeah, there was a lot of good footage that was cut with James in it.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that was involved us, could have been cut. The one upstairs on the 3rd floor, and we heard the little boy laugh. That was a good bit to put in. But some of the other bits could have been cut. The us on the bridge. That was a nothing.
Yeah.
That could have been cut.
Easy.
Or we could have swapped out places and put so and so behind the camera, but should have put you on the bridge.
Yeah, well, either that or just like you said, cut out the bridge. They could put Nob Hill up there instead of the bridge.
Yeah. A lot of things they could have done, but hey, maybe we'll just do it ourselves.
Yes.
We'll have a Thanos moment and say, fine, I'll do it myself.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead and I know you guys got the last word, so go ahead and walk us out.
Oh, all right. Keep your cryptids close, tight, hug them all night. Until next week.
Remember, ghosts were people too.
Night, everybody. See you in a week.
Good night.